Let the line up. Do not pass him. When he pulls over at the start finish, it's a go. Be safe, guys. Be safe.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Races at the Lake. This is the third week in a 4-part series. This is the first week I've been able to do this year, and it's actually my second ever crit race, and I was super nervous going into it. The weather was decently warm, probably 45, 50 degrees, somewhere in there, but as you can tell, it was soaking wet. It had just rained the entire week leading up to it, basically. Drizzled all night long, so I have zero confidence just riding in the wet, which is why I'm not drafting at all right now. I'm just running on pure adrenaline, staying up with everyone, but I'm doing 100% of the work. Everyone is in, a couple lines right there in a nice group, drafting off each other. I'm like 3 feet off to the side. That was my buddy actually who just kind of yelled at me. I don't know if you could hear it. He's like, "Eric, you better get a wheel and draft." And I was like, okay. I knew he was right. I knew I had to do that. I just didn't have the confidence. Taking these corners, I was so cautious. I'll be honest, I was just openly scared in this first couple of laps. And then once I accepted the fact that, hey, the dude in front of me, his tire's gonna spray me with water the entirety of the race, once I just accepted that, I just went with it, and I was able to commit after that. I did a couple warm-up laps, and my buddy off the front there, Ryan, he's in the pink. He actually won the preem lap here in a few laps. He was kind of talking me up a little bit. He's like, you gotta trust your gear. You can lean into some of these. And I was running a lower pressure too. I was going for all the traction. Again, I was openly scared going into this, so. Yeah, I figured it out. I gained a little confidence here in a couple turns later. I'm feeling pretty good, and then I was like, okay, this is it. I've accepted I'm gonna be soaking wet. It's gonna be a little chilly. I gotta lean in. I gotta take these corners, or I'm never gonna hang on. I gotta draft with these guys, or I'm never gonna hang on. So it's exactly what I started doing. I just commit to it, and I'm in with the group, and I'm feeling pretty good. Nervous as all get out, that's for sure. Just, being my second ever crit race, not really knowing what to expect, but I don't know. It was all in my head at that point. So I was just trying to tell myself it's like a group ride. I'm just riding with the group right now. Hit a good bump right there, and the GoPro angles down. So let's skip ahead a little bit here. All right, we're a couple laps further ahead, and I'll be honest, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling good and warmed up. The legs are feeling pretty good. I'm feeling much more confident here on the wet. I'm taking turns just a lot better, a lot more confidently. I took that one super wide, and look at this. I'm going up towards the front. I'm not necessarily sure why, but actually I do know why. I've watched an ungodly amount of YouTube crit race videos, specifically on this course, but a ton of other just crit race videos, and read just about all the comments, and some of them were saying, maybe it's best in your first couple of crits to not just stay in the back and hold on for dear life. Maybe go up to the front and take the lines the way you want to. And that's kind of exactly what I did. I was very nervous about the surge, recover, repeat 1,000 times. So the alternative is be at the front, take the turns the way you want to. You can pick your own lines kind of thing. You don't have to grab a handful of breaks and then surge back onto the group like a giant slinky. So that's what I did. That's why I went up towards the front there. I'm just drafting with these guys. I'm hanging on. So again, confidence is just there. I'm feeling pretty good. This dude right in front of me, I know he's a really strong rider. In hindsight, for sure should have just stayed on this dude's wheel. But again, live and learn. So this is literally my second ever crit. But I'm feeling good. My fitness is, I'm thinking it's there. I did a lot of Zwift workouts over the winter months, laid some really good beast miles. So yeah, I'm feeling good going into this. Little kicker of a hill, we go up it, and it kind of got me just about every time. It was especially some of them when the pace picks up, there was an attack. It's not yet. It's not this part, but yeah, it was kind of tough because it's a false flat and it's after like the one little kicker of a climb, and then yeah, you just got to stay with everyone, and that's when it hurts. It can get kind of tough. So if you just heard the guy ringing the bell, now it's a preem lap, so it's like a little bonus win kind of a thing. And so it starts to get a little spicy at this point. So let's skip ahead again. Let's go to the end of this lap. So we go over this bridge. I hit this wicked bump. It was like a double whammy. It knocks the GoPro to this lame angle. And we go up this little hill, and I realized, wow, things are getting really spicy. Maybe like everyone's just like, okay, now let's race or whatever. Then it dawns on me, oh, it's the preem lap. Like everyone's going for it, this little like prize or whatever halfway through the race. Yeah, that's cool and all, but I was like, in these last couple laps, we've been taking this hill portion at like 19, 20 miles an hour. So it got real spicy there. You got to see this part. Watch up at the front. This dude goes flying off the front. No one does anything. The skinniest little turd of a dude just goes flying, and nobody covers it. So he was gone. Spoiler alert, he ended up winning the whole dang race. I don't know why I'm so toots by the fact that he weighs 112 pounds. So yeah, I mean, he launched that attack and it stuck. So good on you, dude. That was pretty impressive. And now people do start getting a little squirrely from this point on. Including myself. Definitely not going to classify this as an attack. I could have, because look, this guy, the strong guy who I pointed out before, he gets up on his hoods. You know, everyone's kind of like relaxed going up this false flat. Again, was not really an attack, but I did go up to the front, and the guy was like, oh, he's on the left, cover it. And then I just kind of joined up with this guy, and I was on the front. I look back, and the dude, I mean, they're all right on my wheel. We didn't have any sort of gap at all. But I took a turn on the front. For my self-confidence, just as like, I don't know, a brand new racer, like it was super cool. Really like glad I did it. In hindsight, it was also really, really stupid that I did it at all. I should not have. But I don't know, I thought it was really fun. I thought it was pretty cool. So glad I did. So I mean, I was up in front with this guy for, I don't know, less than one lap. Matter of fact, while I was on the front going up the hill, another attack was launched. The Summit Freewheeler guy goes, and the other strong rider goes, and they were gone. I was like, oh, they just opened up a little gap right here, and then his two teammates for some reason decided to chase him. Whatever, but yeah. So that was kind of exciting to see. It was cool to be on the front and actually like see it and catch it on camera. No way I could have covered it. I didn't have to either. I'm on a team of two guys. Attack should be covered by the big team, but it was the big team who attacked, so they shouldn't have really done anything. If anything, they should have just like had a nice steady pace and let them open up. So again, people are getting kind of squirrely, and there's my teammate. That's Joe. He goes up too, or at least towards the front. But doofus me, I was just on the front, so I'm kind of like trying to recover while the pace is just quickening, and those are just two conflicting things for me. I mean, if you can see in the distance, those guys they got a gap. So that's what makes people real nervous at this point. With just a few laps to go, we gotta do something here. And again, me and homeboy here, who were just on the front, we're trying to like just hold on, and the field just starts to obliterate. Look how strung out this is. On any lap prior, it was not looking like this, and I'm really like huffing and puffing now. So again, hindsight, it was really dumb of me to go on the front like that, but it was still super cool. I don't particularly regret it as far as having fun, but I just, as far as like actual strategy, it was just unnecessary. So I hold on for another lap. It does slow down. We all kind of regroup a little bit. Yeah, I'm just doing what I can. And honestly, I start losing them here. And I'm like, no, Eric, push. And this dude's like, oh, I got you. I was like, thank you. Like, what a lifesaver that was to close down that gap for me. And then the pace is decently chill enough for him to take a suave sip of water. But I'm definitely hurting at this point, noticeably. Got that real high heart rate. I know it's only a matter of time, unfortunately, but I'm doing what I can. I'm doing my best to hold on. Still got a couple ticks left in the heart. When I get to like 180, that's when I know I'm just blowing up. So I'm surprised, to be honest, that I'm staying up with these guys as well as I am. And I think a lot of it, especially early on, was just adrenaline. I was running on pure adrenaline, just with nerves, just with the wet. My second ever crit. So 4 laps to go. We're hanging on. There it is, man. You know that when I put my forearms on the handlebars, we're done. So I got one arm on the bar, so I guess maybe I'm only half done. I tried to pick myself back up. My heart rate's not outrageous. My heart rate monitor must have like glitched or something, because there's no way I'm huffing and puffing that hard with a heart rate of 172 or whatever. So I'm pushing. I'm really trying to catch up with these guys. I want it so bad, but I just got nothing left. Yeah. So, I mean, this is it. Watching them slowly get further and further and further away. I know there's one guy like real close behind me, because I wanted to be on his wheel, and then the gap was opening up big time in front of him, so I went around, and it just nothing. So yep, here it is with 3 to go. I get dropped. Oh, here's this dude, and he has no interest in working together with me. He's really trying to get on the group as well. I don't know if he ever actually did or not. I ended up chasing him. So yeah, that was a huge bummer. I did not want to get dropped, but I made it a full 7 laps with the group, took a turn on the front. Last year, I was dropped within the first 2 laps. So, personally, that is a huge win. Okay, there it is, 2 arms on the bar. I'm done. So anyways, compared to last year, tremendous improvement. And I'm so proud of myself for that. I just felt good, and I just had so much fun doing it too. Last year, getting dropped early on, it was 39 degrees, it was raining. I didn't have any fun whatsoever. This was an absolute blast. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.
Here we are with Ryan Robinson.
Hi.
It's his birthday, and he just won the preem. How'd it feel in that preem lap?
It felt good, man. It felt hard. I was pushing. I wanted to go for that Taco Bell.
Were you off the front that whole lap, or?
No, I was towards the front though. I didn't get away until the bridge.
Okay.
Crossing back over, and I started, because I'm a heavy guy, so there was a couple guys started passing me, and I was like, pushed hard.
I saw you hammer up the hill.
I got a little bit of a break up the hill, and I got a break over the top. And
I thought you cracked, because that next lap you were
you
were in the back with me.
I had to recover. I had to come back.
Okay.
There was no way I could keep that pace up.
Awesome, dude. Well,
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
that T-Bell.
Thank you.
How'd you feel during that ride?
I didn't want to be here.
How'd you feel during the actual ride?
Wet. It was miserable.
Were you? Where were you the whole race? I didn't see you
front.
once.
Was in the
No,
front.
you were not. You were in the back.
Oh, I was in
whole
the back
first half.
was in the back for the first.
A huge
7
gap
laps.
opened up in front of me because I was turning around looking for you. I didn't even find you.
When the gap opened up, I was already gone. I came around the side.
Okay.
I went with Owen and one of the Summit freewheelers, and you guys were chasing us after that.
Who's Owen? I still got to meet Owen.
He's a young kid.
Who's a 110-pound kid who like went off the front?
I don't know who that is.
Dude, that dude was
I'll go
maybe
figure it out
100
on the
pounds.
podium, I guess.